Alright, so I also wanted to show you guys just how you can use the graphing calculator to assist you with graphing your exponential functions. In the other videos, I showed how to do them by hand, just doing computation in your t-tables. But of course, using your graphing calculator, you can just press your y equals button and type in the equation, so 2 caret x. And then, of course, we can press zoom 6 to get a standard window, which will get us a graph. And we can also press second graph to get our table. And you may need to scroll around, but you can see the values. Let me make this a little bigger. You can see our table values are just there for us. So we can just plot those in our table, plot them on the graph, and sketch it. Just be aware that if you are typing in one like number 2, that you use the parentheses that are there. And can we compress graph? There it is. You can see your y-intercept. You can see that it is not going to go below the x-axis. That would be considered our horizontal asymptote. But we can also use, again, our table of values to get some values that we can then plot on our graph. So this could be super useful on your mini quiz because some of the graphing questions are multiple choice. So you could just graph it and see which one looks like the graph on the given quiz question. The same thing goes for these functions. I believe I showed it in the video, but I'll show it again also. So in the one video I show how to do it by hand, but you also can use your graphing calculator for this. So if you want, you can go to your stat button, edit, and then you're going to input into L1 and L2. Then you'll press your stat button, arrow over to the calculate menu, and you'll choose your exponential regression. So for example, number 5, we'll go to our stat menu, edit. I'm going to clear out my list 1 and 2, so go up to the top, press clear and enter. Do not press delete because you don't want to delete those rows. And then the x values go in L1, so 2 and 3. And the y values go in L2, so 4 and 16. Then again, we press the stat button one more time, over to calculate. And then you can either scroll all the way down or you could actually scroll up to get there a little faster. It's option 0, which is exponential regression. Hit enter once. Come down to our calculate button, hit enter, and you will get your equation. Y equals 0.25 times 4 to the x power. Remember, 0.25 is the same thing as 1/4, which is what we would have gotten when we did it by hand. So that can be super useful too, for you to check your answers or even just do them. And then same thing with your exponential decay functions. So in the video I showed doing these by hand, just doing hand calculations, but again you can press your y equals button and just type in the function. Pressing our graph button. We get this. Again, going to our table. Let me scroll all the way back down to -3. We can just copy those down right onto our table and then plot them. So that can be a big help for you guys. So I just wanted to go over that really quickly because it may assist you in solving. In regards to the mini quiz, there will be no questions that have anything to do with doubling or tripling or half-life, so you don't have to worry about those. If you guys have questions, just shoot me an email and I'll do a short video for you.